Hi, I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications for Newton Public Schools, and I'm here with Superintendent Dr. Deb Ham to go over some of what happened at last night's Board of Education meeting. First off, just to let you all know so you can plan for next year, the board did approve next year's calendar. Were there any major changes parents should look out for?
There really weren't any major changes. The calendar pretty much follows this year's calendar, except we've changed the dates to coincide with the 2021 school year. So school will start at about the same time, breaks will be at about the same time, those kinds of things. That should be published later this week on our website, so people will be able to access it at that time.
Great. The board had a lot of discussion about Head Start and their financial situation, as well as how transportation played a role in it. Will you let us know what that was about?
Right. Right now, the staff at Cooper Early Childhood Center is working on the grant application for the continuation funds. While we are awarded a 5-year grant, each year you have to apply for the next year's funding within that 5-year cycle. So as they began to work on the budget and determine that what their costs would be for next year, it was determined that transportation, we would need to look at that in order to be able to live within the budget of Head Start. And again, I want to stress that this is the Head Start funds, not special education funds. So we have a variety of students that attend school there. So transportation is going to impact, or not providing it is going to impact Head Start students and students in the 4-year-old at-risk program. So those two programs will be impacted. And I encourage anybody who has any questions about that to reach out to Sarah Livesay, the principal at that building. But what the board decided last night was that due to the costs associated with transportation, that we would no longer provide transportation to students in Head Start unless they live in Halstead, Heston, Walton, or Sedgwick. All of those cities are included in the Harvey County Head Start program. So we will no longer be transporting students unless they live in those communities. So it will be a change for our families, and one that it was very difficult for the board to make that decision, but felt to be fiscally responsible that this is what would need to happen. So,
okay. The students at Newton High School have an exciting new opportunity if they would like to participate. They have a target or trap shooting team now. What are the details on that?
Well, we've had about 3 students that have been participating with Valley Center as part of their team, and felt that the interest was growing enough that Newton could put together their own team. They have to have a minimum of 5 students in order to have a team. And so they came to the board requesting permission to utilize the logo for Newton High School and the Newton High School Railer name so that they could be officially affiliated with the high school. This is a program or a sport that will not cost the district anything at this time. The students, it's all self-supporting. The students and their parents pay for all the costs associated with this. It is a program that really focuses on safety first, teaching students appropriate firearm safety and how to utilize a firearm responsibly and ethically. So we're excited to have that available to our students. It is a program that does allow 6th graders through 12th graders, but we're going to focus only on the high school at this time, and maybe at a later time it will open up and branch out to younger students, but right now it'll be just for the high school. They will have to follow, all of the participants will have to follow the Life of a Railer code that's in place for all of our students that participate in athletics or activities. The coaches will be volunteers. We do have a staff member that will be operating as a liaison between the team and the high school. So we're excited for that. Students will have to pay a fee, and their parents, of course, will have to pay a fee for them to participate, and they will have to provide their own firearm. There are opportunities for students outside of high school. there are scholarship opportunities for this, and college teams that look for students that have participated in target and trap shooting. So we're excited to have this opportunity for students, and it meets a need and an interest of some of our students that wouldn't maybe be involved in some other things. So we're excited for this.
And last but not least, we just wanted to take the opportunity to thank the organizations and community members who supported our district through donations over the last month. Can you let us know who they were?
Yes, Harvey County EDC donated $500 to Newton High School for travel expenses associated with a Western Grand Leadership trip that has been planned. Coke Glitch, and I'm not sure I'm saying that right, to Newton High School, and the amount of $1,000 worth of stainless steel sheet and wire for welding. Those materials are always very much appreciated by our welding instructors and students. Cottonwood Pediatrics donated $3,000 to Newton High School Railer Robotics for expenses for travel and supplies for their upcoming competition. And McLean Tool and Technology LLC also donated to Newton Railer Robotics an amount of $500 also to cover supplies and travel expenses. We really appreciate the donations of these companies. In addition to that, we had some gift requests that don't require board approval, but are nonetheless appreciated very much by staff and students. Veer and Bev English donated $200 to High Railer Robotics, again, for supplies and travel expenses. And the USD 373 bus drivers donated to South Breeze Elementary an amount of $110, donation of pizza to celebrate a music program that the students participated in. So again, very appreciative of all of the efforts of our community and our employees to support each other.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. We do have a special meeting coming up Wednesday night at 7 p.m. That'll be here at McKinley. And then our next regularly scheduled meeting is not for another month. We aren't going to have a second meeting this month. And that's on March 9th at 7 p.m. at McKinley. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching.